Hello, I'm Marshall Masters, co-author and publisher of Planet X Forecast and 2012 Survival Guide, and publisher of Yowza.com. This is a response video to a YouTube director by the name of Self-Inform Your Mind. We will also compare the images of Self-Inform Your Mind with those of Nibiru Shock 2012. On March 6, 2008, Self-Inform Your Mind posted leaked Nibiru photos, object orbiting in front. In this video, Self-Inform Your Mind presents a series of images of Planet X provided to him by a secret source and taken on February 13, 2008 at an unnamed observatory. In the original about text provided with this video, Self-Inform Your Mind said, "A recent user, Nibiru Shock 2012's photos are similar to mine. I can tell you they are fully authentic and it is no hoax." Given that Nibiru Shock 2012 named the source observatory and Self-Inform Your Mind did not, we took interest. It was odd to us that Self-Inform Your Mind would authenticate Nibiru Shock 2012's images with such obscure imagery. Then, in a subsequent update to his about text, Self-Inform Your Mind states, "My images still stand to reason that they are real. Nibiru Shock 2012's account has been hijacked from what I believe by a government agent attempting to close Nibiru-related evidence down." He further goes on to say, "Believe what you want to believe, but something suspicious is going on here." So given that Self-Inform Your Mind has raised the specter of disinformation, is there really something suspicious going on here as he states? Yes, there is. And the results of our exhaustive analysis may surprise many of you, and will no doubt be a surprise to Self-Inform Your Mind. As the publisher of Yowza.com, I've been working with Janice Manning, Dutch physicist Jaco van der Warp, and amateur UK astronomer Benjamin Cropley on these Planet X disclosure images. In our search for reliable imagery, we recently published an exhaustive analysis of the Nibiru Shock 2012 videos on Yowza.com, and in conjunction with this video, we have posted a similar analysis of the Self-Inform Your Mind video on our site. In this response video, we will also present a visual summary of the findings we have posted on our site regarding Self-Inform Your Mind's video and the accompanying text. However, before we take that step, we need to make an important statement. Nibiru Shock 2012 and Self-Inform Your Mind are good people trying their best to make what they believe to be vital information available to the public. Even though both are anonymous sources, we see no constructive reason at this time to believe that either is disingenuous. Having said that, we need to return to a recent statement by Self-Inform Your Mind in an update to the about text of his video. In his about update, Self-Inform Your Mind states, "Nibiru Shock 2012's account has been hijacked from what I believe a government agent attempting to close Nibiru-related evidence down. What our detailed analysis shows is that the opposite is true. The evidence we've gathered clearly indicates that Self-Inform Your Mind is an unwitting strawman. He was dealt a dead man's hand in what we consider to be the most sophisticated and cleverly played disinformation operation we've seen, going back to when we first began researching Planet X in 2001. While the images in the Nibiru Shock 2012 videos remain to be compelling in our view, the disinformation embedded in this disclosure by Self-Inform Your Mind is of equal, if not greater, importance. In fact, we're absolutely delighted by both Nibiru Shock 2012 and Self-Inform Your Mind. Both have provided the public with incredibly valuable information, each in their own unique way. And to you, Self-Inform Your Mind, we have a special message. Yo, dog, you're still in the game, so don't give up your seat. Not yet. Sure, You've been played by people you thought you could trust, and in this video, we'll show you why and how it was done. And, as they say on TV, but wait, there's more. We're going to bankroll you with the facts and insights that will help you get some serious payback for being played in a very disingenuous way. By the end of this video, you and everyone else watching it will be tougher marks to play for Planet X Disinformation Pros. So let's get started by first taking a look at three basic terms: hoax, propaganda, and disinformation. A hoax is any act that is intended to trick others into believing a deception. Hoaxes are usually cooked up by geeks with bootleg copies of Photoshop because they can't get dates. Ergo, they have plenty of time on their hands for self-aggrandizing ego stunts. If they connect with enough people willing to believe their garbage, their lightning-quick stunts can go far. On the other hand, those with a bit of healthy skepticism and the willingness to ask enough of the right questions can easily spot a hoax in short order. Propaganda, on the other hand, is far more sophisticated. It is information and mistruths that are used to gain public support for a cause or agenda. The Nazis ran the most famous propaganda machine in history, and they literally convinced a nation to morally bankrupt itself with a violent agenda. This is why propaganda is as easy to spot as a hoax. When any government or movement tries to convince you to hate, subjugate, or kill others, that's propaganda. It always comes from the dark side. Now, with regards to Planet X, we have yet to see any overt government propaganda. However, when it comes to government disinformation about Planet X, the clever manner in which Self-Inform Your Mind was manipulated into attacking Nibiru Shock 2012 is a classic disinformation tactic. Therefore, in terms of this discussion, disinformation shall be defined as following. It is deemed to be any form of deliberately misleading information released overtly or covertly by any government or intelligence agency. All disinformation has a single goal: to disrupt or paralyze a public debate by leading people down unproductive rabbit holes and by discrediting valid information sources. For example, in his About text, Self-Inform Your Mind lists two primary sources for Planet X information: the xfacts.com website run by Jason Martell and our own Yowza.com. He further states that these two websites have dedicated a lot of time and effort into the study of Nibiru. They are fully authentic in every way. Yet, in his collected body of work, Self-Inform Your Mind not once, but twice, describes Planet X as being on a crash course with Earth. So what do the two authentic websites he cites say about this?